Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have a look at the Candy Slush Crellies releasing on May 13th at the indie shop and online as well from Enuff Polish. I will link her social media and storefront down below, and these were sent to me for review. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the swatches. So first up is a watermelon slush with a rainbow candy, and this is a very bright blue-based pink, I would say, and it has a ton of different sized and colored glitters in there. I think some are shiny as well and some are even matte. This is a Crellie formula. I'll go ahead and show you the brush shot, and I'll show you how watermelon slush with rainbow candy swatched on my natural nail. So here is the first easy coat. Again, this is a Crellie formula. These almost have the opacity of jellies, so a little bit squishy here. One coat makes for pretty awesome coverage. I did have some nail line peeking through though, so I'll go ahead and let that dry and show you what my second coat looks like. So here is the quick second coat, and this easily builds this one up to being completely opaque. I do, as always, love the very wide Never Enough brush. It makes the application just a breeze. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. One thing I want to mention is that these dry pretty glossy. You're not going to get a ton of texture here. These are just perfectly suspended and formulated to be super smooth. So this is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle underneath overcast natural lighting. So next up is blue slush with rainbow candies, and this is a very almost denim blue. It does have some cornflower in there with a ton, again, of different sizes and colors of those glitters. I think a large amount of these are matte and they really pop in that blue base. I'll go ahead and show you a look at the brush shot, and I'll show you how blue slush with rainbow candy swatched on my natural nail. So here is the first easy coat. Again, this feels a little bit jelly here. It is pretty translucent. It does go on super smooth and easy, but it is quite sheer at one coat, so I'll let that dry. Come back in and show you what my second coat looks like. So here I'm going to go in for a thicker second coat to help build up that opacity and add some more of those glitters. I did have a little bit of settling with the glitters in this bottle, but not a huge amount. Two coats still had a little bit of nail line for me, so I'll let that dry and come back in for a third coat. So here is my third and final coat, and I did go in again for a bit of a thicker coat, but this brings this one completely opaque. It didn't get too thick on the nail or anything like that, and it also dried down fairly glossy as well. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight, kind of overcast sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that natural kind of overcast, again, sunlight. So lastly today I have a grape slush with a rainbow candy, and as the name describes, this is a grape toned kind of mix between jelly and a Crellie with a ton of those same matte and sparkly glitters in all different colors and sizes. So I'll show you a quick look at that brush shot, and I'll show you how grape slush with rainbow candy swatched on my natural nail. So here is this first coat. Again, really smooth, really easy application. These aren't thick polishes and they're not thin. This one is just a little bit sheer, so I'll finish this first coat, cap the tip, and let it dry and come back in for the second. So here's a look at that second coat. Again, a little bit thicker of a second coat here. I did have some flooding, but I think that is totally my application right there. So I'm just going to come in with a brush and some acetone and just clean that right up. I had no staining or issues or anything. So, whoop. Completely fixed. So I'll let that dry and come back in and show you what my third coat looks like. So here's a look at that third coat. You can see I still had a little flash of nail line after two coats, but three coats for sure brings this one completely opaque. So here's a look at that completed mani before top coat. Here's a view from another angle in kind of overcast sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo underneath artificial lighting, and then once more at an angle in that overcast natural lighting. So that wraps up today's swatch and review. If you're interested in seeing the Candyman Indie Shop exclusive or Mary's Mayflowers, I do have that review down below. I'll link it as well. If you'd like to see more photos of these, I'll have those up on my blog at sloppyswatches.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.